Hello friends, this is Raj Sastry from Raj Option Trading. Today is number 10 2021. I want to talk about top fintech stocks. As we all know, right now fintech stocks are coming down. It could be a good opportunity to look at few fintech stocks and slowly accumulate as they make their way down a little bit. So with that, we'll look at market update here and look at top fintech stocks. Look at small and medium cap stocks here. That's where I like to play more here. And also let's look at some large cap stocks. These are also very good names here. So with that, let's jump in and get started. As we look through here from a general market update perspective, we got Dow Jones, Nasdaq, and S&P 500 all down yesterday. This is a one-day chart here, and futures are pointing to downward direction, as you can see here. Especially as you look at some of these bond market here, bonds are a little bit getting stronger a little bit, so we got to watch out that a little more and take it from there. As you look through here, VIX, which is really fear gauge here, VIX is going higher. That indicates that may be some issue here, and stock, S&P 500 and futures can go lower. So VIX and the broader stock indices have got an inverse relationship. When there is a fear in the market, VIX typically tends to go higher and broader markets tend to go lower. That's what is going on here. So with that, let's jump in here and look at top fintech ETF. I always like to look at ETFs to begin with. That will give me a good lay of the land to begin with. So just general, as you try to travel, first you look at the continent and look at the country, and then you select the city. Same story here. You look at the stock market in general, look at what's going on in different sectors, and look at some sector ETFs to see how they're doing, and then you zero in on few stocks and few industries. That's what we'll do here, and start with the broad fintech ETF here. So with that in mind, let's look at top fintech ETFs here. To start with, let's look at TLT. As you all know, as you look at financials and fintech, you always have to keep attention, watch on TLT, which is a 20-year bond here. As you look through here, we got 1 day, 5 day, 10 day. What do we see here? Bonds are getting stronger here. So bonds getting stronger can really have an effect on these financial stocks here. We can look through and see what happens here. So as you look through, let's jump in here and let's look at financial ETF itself, which is a broader financial ETF. As you look here, we got broader financials coming down a little bit. 0.4% in 1 day, 0.9% in 5 day, and 1.4% in 10 day. Typically, whenever there is a fear about interest rate going higher, that will help financials here. So but off late financials are doing not so great. Typically the news about this inflation, interest rates, bonds going higher means yields going lower. The yields going lower will typically hurt financials. As yields are going lower, that's where financials are coming down here, as you can see here. So we'll watch how it goes. It's good to buy some good financial names which are beaten down at this time slowly and accumulate. And then look at the regional banks here. Regional banks are a little more stronger, as you can see here. Keep watching here. RSI levels, still all these are high RSI. Good to wait for a little more pullback here. So in a nutshell, the broader financials are a little bit weaker here. Regionals are doing very well. Think about your favorite regional banks like PNC Bank and whatnot. And let's look at a few more here. We got fintech type ETFs here. We got Kathy Wood's ARK fintech here. So she has a one of the bigger ETF here, $3.2 billion, as you can see here. And as you look through here, ARK fintech ETF is also not doing great off late. It's similar to the broader financial market, as you can see here. And same trend continues in the other ETFs. with the exception of this FinX here, try to go higher in the 1-day chart here. But generally, as you can see here in the 10-day chart here, we got all these fintech ETFs kind of going down, as you can see here. Still, as you see here, we got all these ETFs sitting pretty. If you were to choose something, you could look at iPay here, ETF, MG Prime here, a little bit lower RSI, and same thing with the TPay here. So you could also look at some of these ETFs and see what they're holding, by going to website like Yahoo Finance and look at the holding of these ETFs, and you could buy some of the beaten down stocks in those areas. And we'll also talk about some of them as we go forward. Next, let's look at crypto. Crypto is unstoppable, as you can see here, doing great. Look here, got 1-day, 5-day, 10-day, 1 month. Crypto is doing great. This is one of the reason I like to buy crypto when they're down. Nobody wants crypto. That's the best time to buy crypto. They always make their way back again and go higher. That's the strategy with the crypto here that worked very well. I'm sure it will work in the future also. At some time, some regulator will say crypto is bad. If you're going to ban crypto, that's the time to buy crypto. So with that, let's jump in here and get started and look at the top fintech stocks. To begin with here, let's look at small cap names here. Many times these small cap names can be great from a performance perspective. Typically, I like to buy these small cap names on a pullback. So as you see here, we got a little company, KPLT, Katapult Holdings here. Just $555 million market cap, very small here. Watch here what's going on, short squeeze. So great opportunity here. I've been buying some of those when it's very down here. Time to take some profit off slowly and take it from there. And we got Tiger here. Tiger is a good one here. Chinese fintech play here, down big time. Nobody wants to buy Tiger. That's when I like to accumulate slowly and hold a nice position here. RSI 34 tells it's beaten down now. And then you got MyTech here, $789 million market cap. It's also out of favor right now. RSI 40, you could slowly accumulate when nobody's watching. And then, this will also, make a nice comeback given the short ratio is on the higher side here. Then you got Jumia here. It's a great, Africa type play here. Right now it's sold off. As you can see here, low RSI. 52. You could buy some Jumia. It's also trying to bounce off a little bit, as you can see here. This is a great play. You could buy some Jumia socket away. High short ratio means it can have a nice short squeeze rally. Looks like there may be something in the cards right now as we speak. Next, let's look at mid-cap fintech names here. I love mid-cap names. They are not as risky as small cap. At the same time, they do have good performance. As you keep watching here, keep watching the RSI levels as usual. Many of these are beaten down at this time, like PAYO, QFIN, one of my favorite here. And look at Future Holdings. Again, this is a great one here. Again, China-based brokerage here. I think it's a good one to buy. And as you look through here, we've got a few more all beaten down here. EEFT, Euronet, it's a great one here, down right now. ENV and Shift for one of my favorite here. I think it's a good one to buy this one. Also, shorts are breathing down their neck, as you can see here. Same story with the IIVI and even BL Blackline. I don't know who will short a great stock like Blackstone here, but nonetheless, somebody doing it. Good to accumulate. And same story, the future holdings. Keep watching RSI levels here. Any low RSI, you could slowly buy. Even W here, Western, it's a money transfer type company. It's great to buy and accumulate at these levels. These guys have got a little bit high, debt on the balance sheet. Being a financial company, that could be okay, but it's okay to buy on the down days. So with that, you could also look at StoneCo, one of my favorite here. Right now, RSI is 32. This is a good one to buy. Brazil-based stock, as you can see here. I would look at these names here and look at Encino here. Encino RSI is 54 here. It's a great stock. You could buy some Encino on this little pullback here, and sock it away. So with that, what we'll do now is we'll look at large cap names. There are a lot of large cap financial fintech names here. So that's why I want to look at some sectors and industries and make sense out of it versus putting all of them in one basket. Let's look at a few industries and take it from there. First, let's look at credit services. So we got some great companies, like Upstart here. They kind of help you with the credit, the artificial intelligence based credit. As you can look here, we got performance perspective. Upstart was doing great like last month. Now it's coming down here. Look here, nice performance in 6 months, 241%. At these levels, I'm slowly a buyer here. I'll be slowly buying and accumulating Upstart here, and taking it from there. And SoFi is still hot. It's a great company. I love SoFi here. You could still buy a little bit at these levels. A little hot here with the nice 10-day and 1 month. You could wait for a little pullback in SoFi and buy this company here. And then you got Capital One completely sold off with a low RSI 43 here. You could buy some Capital One at this point and take it from there. And then we got your AXP, a little hot. Let's wait for a little pullback here. Whereas SYF Synchrony, I think it's a good one to buy at these levels here. RSI is 53. And last but not least, Discover Financial, beaten down big time out by some Discover, and they will always come back here. As usual, keep watching short ratio here. Upstart has got a high short ratio. That means any good news, this stock can jump. I've seen this stock jumping like 20-30 bucks in a single day. That's why it's good to slowly accumulate as it makes its way lower and go from there. Next, let's look at insurance. As you look through here, insurance is doing okay here. It's a little bit stronger, as you can see here. We got American Express, FNF, which is Fidelity, and MMC here. As you look through here from RSI levels here, RSI is a little high for these guys. They're in a upswing here. I would wait for them to cool off, but you could look at slowly AIG here and MMC. Those two could be okay to slowly buy, but I would wait a little bit and then buy them. Keep watching 1 year performance. These stocks have done great in 1 year. So with that, let's jump in here and look at a few more industries. Let's look at software. I love fintech software plays, as you might be knowing here. These guys don't have all the liability like the fintech, like the banks, but they have nice, performance here. That's why I love these software plays. As you look through here, we got UiPath or Path here. This was in the we're doing very badly last month. As you see here, it's making a nice comeback here. I love this. I'd been sucking away some of this UiPath when it's down. Now it's making a nice comeback. Even up here you can slowly buy, but I would wait for a little little pullback here. As you look through, we got great performance in Coinbase, Bill.com, one of my favorite. Intuit, same story. All are doing great here. I would not buy at this time. Let them come down a little bit, then we can buy those. On the other hand, you could buy Square and you could buy FICO or Fair Isaac here. Both of them have got low RSI here. These are the two to buy at these levels and take it from there. Both great companies. This is Jack Dorsey's company, Square, and FICO is a really credit score type company. And let's look at a few more here. We got information technology companies or the IT companies. They fall into similar category like software. They don't have all the liabilities, but they still do very nicely. As you see here, we got Affirm. Affirm is one of the buy now, pay later type company here. As you can see here, it's done great here. A little higher RSI. I would wait for a little pullback here. On the other hand, I would buy Jack Henry here. Pfizer, one of my favorite plays here, and Fidelity National is also a good one, beaten down at these levels. You could buy those low RSI candidates here and go from there. Keep watching here. We got nice sales growth, nice gross margin, and Affirm has got a little high short ratio. That's why it's gone up so nicely, as you can see here. Good to wait for a little pullback and then buy Affirm. So with that, let's jump in and look at a few more industries here. As you look through, we got asset management, consulting, and capital market. These are some great stocks here. We got Blackstone, which is one of the rocket ship here, $146 stock here. High RSI. I would skip these high RSI candidates even though they're great. Wait for a little pullback. On the other hand, you could buy some Goldman Sachs here. Stock is beaten down as you can see here. RSI 52. You could also buy some Market X here. They help you with the bond trading here. That's a great stock here. You could buy on this downtick here. I would shy away from TradeWeb. It's also into bond trading here. I would shy away a little bit, let it come down, and also shy away from VRSK, which is a great company. But right now, it's okay to buy a little bit, but I would wait for a little pullback here. So with that, let's jump in here. Look at the financial data and exchange. Says 1 year ago, nobody wanted to buy these stocks here. They were all down for long time. Nasdaq, SIBO, MSCI, and whatnot. I love these companies. These are steady Eddie type companies. Right now, though, RSI is a little higher. You could buy some Moody's if you want to. RSI is 55, but others let them come down a little bit and then buy. So at this time, as you see here, nice performance. Look here, 1 year, 60, 58. Nice performance, 5-year great performance. I would let them come in. If you want to buy something, you could look at probably Moody's here, MCO, and buy some MCO here. Next, let's look at a few more industries here. Asset management and capital markets. This is actually not asset management. These are really the paycheck type companies and services here. So as the economy improves, more and more people get into job market. This is where stocks like Paycheck, ADP, they can do very well here. So that's why, as you can see here, these stocks are doing nicely here with nice performance here. At this time, it's good to wait for a little pullback on these Paychecks and ADP here. On the other hand, global payments here, GPN, one of my favorite fintech play here. RSI low here. You could buy some GPN stock here. And if you're a put option seller, you could sell some put option given IV percentile is high and make some money that way. And with that, let's jump in here and look at employment services. Actually, it's switched over. This one is not employment services. This is other category here with I think we can switch this a little bit. This is really not employment services. This is few other stocks here. Let's remove this here and take it from there. So as you look through here, we got a few of these names here. Let's go back here. We got C, one of my favorite play here. It's in the Asia region here, doing great as you can see here. RSI is 49. You could buy this great company C here at these levels and go from there. Performance perspective, done great in 1 year. Given RSI is 49, I would buy some C here. On the other hand, Shopify, Thomson Reuters here, and Meili, Mercado Libre, one of my favorite stock here, and PAGS. PAGS is a good one here, but other ones, with the higher RSI, I would wait a little bit. PAGS you could even buy up here and accumulate PAGS, Brazilian-based fintech play here. So with that, let's jump in here and from a cheat sheet perspective, always look at RSI levels. It tells you when is a good time to jump in. And if you're a long-term holder, you don't need to always look at RSI because you want to hold it for a long time. But always it's good to buy when the RSI is low. That way you get a nice entry point. Then you can hold it for a long time. From an exit point perspective, look for RSI and also on the balance volume and go that way. Always watch for some catalysts like high short ratio. And also look at the broader picture in the financial market, like how the bonds are doing, how the yield curve is doing, and take it from there. So with that, thank you very much. Happy investing and trading. Please subscribe.